Hi, this is Matt Mountain, and this is a demonstration of the private equity template that has been developed by Sikich and is available for you in working with Sikich on your private equity implementation. What we are looking at right now is a number of different tabs, starting with the Home tab. And what we're going to do as part of this demonstration here over the next 10 minutes is go from the Home tab all the way over to the Dashboard tab and really show you all the capabilities that have been built. The Home tab is more an aggregation of different information. So in this case, we're looking at the Fundraising Dashboard. We can look at any notices of any activities we haven't done in a while, or records we haven't touched, some recent records, some deals, tasks, and events. So the home page can be completely customized based upon what you're looking to see and track as part of your day-to-day. What we're going to do now is move over to the Account tab. And as part of the Account tab, what we've done is we've pre-built 3 different record types. The first one is for companies. That could be prospective, active, past portfolio companies, or just any companies that you want to keep track of from a potential standpoint. We also track intermediaries, and then we also track LPs. So based upon the record type here that you select, you will get different fields and different relationships in the data. So instead of opening or creating one, I'm going to open up, for example, here an LP for CalPERS. And what we can see from a CalPERS standpoint, we can see information about the website, we can see information about contacts, we can see information about any fundraising, any deals that they're, or any funds that they're looking to invest in. Going back to the Account tab here, if we were to take a look at a company, in this case, this is a company that is a potential portfolio company. And we've got some information about Chemical Products Incorporated based in Oklahoma City. And we can look at any deals that they're involved in, and we'll get into that. So based upon the type of account that you want to track in here, you can track companies, intermediaries, and LPs. In this case, we can track from an intermediary standpoint, law firms, investment banking, accounting firms, and others. So moving on from a contact standpoint, the contact object provides you information simply about contacts. We didn't customize that where you want to track different information about this person versus that person. But what it does is it gives you the ability, when you pull up a contact here, to take a look at Aaron London, part of Barclays, address, phone numbers, and attributes like that. Now on all the screens that we're showing you, you can track all of your activity over here. Whether you sent Aaron an email, whether you logged a call, meaning I just called and I'm taking my notes down, whether I want to create a task to call Aaron next week, or whether I want to create an event to go meet Aaron next week. Now, one of the things that we can do is we can integrate your email platform, whether that's Outlook, Gmail, into Salesforce, so that you can synchronize email, calendar, and or contacts. So as you get an email from Aaron that might be important, you want to click a button in Gmail or Outlook and take that entire email and upload it to Salesforce. You may want to do calendar synchronization, but you probably do want to do contact synchronization. So as Aaron gets added here into Salesforce, Aaron then can get copied down to Outlook. So you have Aaron's contact information now in Outlook and on your phone. Next, we want to walk through fundraising. And how this works is you do fundraising into funds, and then you take that money and you do deals. So from a fundraising standpoint, what we're in the process here of showing you are all different fundraising records that we have put in here. So in this case, CalPERS is interested in potentially putting $35 million into Fund 1. And what we are doing is tracking some high-level information about that fundraising. All of the fields that you see here are a starting point. You may have additional fields that you want added, and those can be very easily added. You may want some fields taken off the page. Again, Very, very easy to do. But the idea behind this is that you can then track all of your activities and be able to measure and report on all of your different fundraising activities. Now, what you're going to see here is that this fundraising record is related to an account and it's related to a fund. So what that means is if I were to click here on CalPERS, it's going to take me from the fundraising record over to the account record. At the same time, if I go back here to the fundraising record and I click on Fund 1, it's going to take me from the fundraising tab over to the fund tab. So the beautiful thing about Salesforce is that as you relate these records to each other, you can seamlessly move from one record to another. Now in this case, we're taking a look at Fund 1 and we want to raise $150 million, and we've got just some high-level information about it. Now what we want to do is be able to look at the fundraising opportunities, and we just saw those on the previous tab, but we want to see the fundraising opportunities specific to this fund. So as you have multiple funds and you go to the fundraising tab, you can see all of the different fundraising records, or you could build a view to only see them specific to a fund. But when you come to the fund record and look at the fundraising opportunities, you will only see the records associated to that fund. Now, what we've also built is that as a fundraising opportunity moves to a closed won status, it creates a committed capital record that's really behind the scenes. We're showing it to you here. But what it'll do is then it'll automatically update the fund so that you can see how much has been committed and how much you're going after, and then ultimately how much is left. What you also have the ability to do is to take a look at deals. And these are all the deals that you're looking at and taking the money from the fund and potentially doing deals. So in this case, we've got 5 different deals that we've added in here based upon the different types of companies. So if we take a look here at chemical products, for example, we want to be able to take a look at, well, who's the partner sponsor, who is the team that's working it, what kind of competitive situation is it, what's our role, it's associated to Fund 1, what status are we at, and the thing is with these, all of these fields, they can be customized. So what we've done is we've taken and put in some statuses that we thought you may want based upon doing a lot of these projects for past clients. From a competitive standpoint, auction, limited auction, proprietary, what's your firm's role? And again, all of these pick list values can be customized based upon what you're looking for. Okay, so this gives you the ability now, again, to track all of your deals. Now what I want to do, instead of going to the Reports tab, I want to go to the Dashboard tab. And what you can see is that we've created 2 dashboards for you. I'm going to click on the Fundraising Dashboard. And the dashboard is nothing more than a graphical representation of a report. So we can set up these dashboards to refresh every night and to automatically be emailed out to you and your team. The idea behind this is anytime you see a component, and each one of these are components, you can click on the link here, and when you do that, you're going to go from the Dashboard tab over to the Report tab, and you're going to see all the data behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and click it, and now you can see the fundraising pipeline. Going back here, we've also created a deal dashboard. And again, each of these dashboards have 5 or 6 components, and I'm going to go ahead and refresh this dashboard. We can definitely build more and different components, or we can take these components and either put them in a different representation. Maybe you don't like the donut chart. Maybe you want to see it a different way, or maybe you want it filtered on a different field. And we can absolutely do that. Now, what we also have down here is the weekly deal report. And we know that those are important to you. So every week, as everybody's sitting down looking at the deal report, we've got that available here. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this, and it's going to take us again over to the Report tab where I've got all my deals. Now, this may not be as easy to view, and maybe you want it printed out. So what we also have the capability to do here is to export it. and I want to export it into a formatted report so it actually looks somewhat decent. And what you can do is you can export this data into a report that has some formatting. And you may want to group it based upon the industry, based upon your role, based upon what have you. And all of these, what you can also do is, if you would like, is to export out all the data, have a pre-built template here, and then just copy it into that template. So we're giving you a lot of flexibility so that you're not spending time creating your weekly deal report. We also do have the option to plug in a third-party product to provide a different view into your deal report. The third-party products sit on the Salesforce App Exchange, and there may or may not be a cost to build that out. So what we wanted to do was to embed that into the private equity template. If you have any questions and would like to learn more, please give me a call at 513-482-1127. And again, this is Matt Mountain. Email address is matt.mountain, MOUNTAIN, at sikich.com, SIKICH.com. And again, this private equity template is provided as part of our service. It is not for sale to the general public. Thank you very much for your time today, and please let me know if we can help.